Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the visiting team, the Saigon Heat. At number 1, Norman Gonzalez. At number 5, Jose Antonio Reyes. At number 7, Larry Chiu. At number 8, Kwang Trong Tu. At number 9, Hiep Kong Nguyen. At number 11, Tuan Trong Ngo. At number 17, Huang Son Lee. At number 19, Al Vergara. At number 27, Christopher Sumalino. At number 34, Rafael David Palmer. And at number 73, Justin Howard. Head coach is Jason Rabideau. Assistant coaches are Rob Wainwright, Rob Newson, and the team manager is Dave. The team official is Peter Lee. And now, your son Miguel Beermen unleashed. At number 63 from Baden, Switzerland, Mike Butcher. From Isabela City, Philippines, number 6, Val Acuna. From Makati City in the Philippines, number 11, Hans Tiele. From Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines, number 15, J.R. Kawaling. From Parañaque City, Philippines, number 1, Jarek Fortuna. From Illinois in the USA, number 24, Justin Williams. From Pasig City in the Philippines, number 30, Major Pain, Eric Menk. And now let's meet the starters from Quezon City in the Philippines. Number 12, Paulo Ubalde. From Manila in the Philippines, number 18, Leo Avenido. From Davao City, Philippines, number 23, RJ Riseta. From New York and the USA, number 33, Brian Williams. And from Samar Leyte, Philippines, number 88, The Rock, Asi Tolava. Head coach of the Beermen is Leo Austria. Assistant coaches are Oliver Bunye, Matt Kuan, and Alvin Tang. Team manager is Rico Meneses, and the team official is Noli Ayala. Our officials for this game from Malaysia, Jackie Chung. From Singapore, Desmond Pua. And from Thailand, Tong Chai Tawiwut Sopon. Our game commissioner from Indonesia is Ibnu Susilo. Mga kaibigan, tumayo po ang lahat. Alisin po ang anuman saplot sa inyong mga ulo at humarap tayo sa ating bandila at awitin ang ating pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Bayang magiging, lenas na silang laman, alam na puso sa langit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng pag-ibig. Sa manlulubi, di ka pasisigil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukal. May dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang istak ng watamat mo'y tagumpay na nagnihiling. Ang bituin ng araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw, dalawa ang ating pagsinta. Tuyan namin sa piling mo. Ang ligaya lahat may mga api. Ang mamatay lang dahil sa'yo.
Mari na po tayo umupo, and in a few minutes, we'll have your game between the Heat and the Beermen.
And welcome once again, basketball fans. Welcome to Fox Sports' continuing coverage of the elimination round of the ASEAN Basketball League. It's the San Miguel Beermen Philippines going up against the Saigon Heat here at the Inara Sports Arena in Pasig City, Metro Manila. I'm Jude Torquato. With me today is Vince Hizon.
Well, hello once again, Jude. It's nice to be back here and witness another great game of ABL action. We got two teams on tap. Of course, San Miguel riding high on that 11-game winning streak. And the Saigon Heat, well, they're kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, 12-game losing streak. But don't lose sight of the fact that actually the first game between these two teams, Saigon actually beat San Miguel. So nothing is certain.
Well, you mentioned the fortunes of these two teams the last few games. If you look at the team standings, they are on the opposite ends of the spectrum, and they are going on different directions.
Yeah, as you can see, San Miguel way up on top, 14-3. They're in solo first place, and well, Saigon is in dead last, 3-13. Not much of a chance to get to the playoffs. But if the season were to end today, it would be the top four teams going into the playoffs. So San Miguel would be paired up most probably against Thailand, who is in fourth place at this point.
Well, you're looking at Asi Taulava. He's played very well so far, especially towards the last few games. But these two teams have played each other 3 times, and I guess predictably, San Miguel has pretty much dominated. I mean, you mentioned that the Saigon Heat did win the first game, but San Miguel has kind of figured it out and even beat them by the highest margin ever in their last game against the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, you're going to see the worst loss ever came in April 17, 101-49. San Miguel not too happy with the way that the first game went, so they beat them handily in the following game. Now let's just look at this graphic. Not even close is exactly what is the case. A dominating San Miguel presence in all departments. They're beating them in points per game, field goal percentage, rebounds per game. The big one for me actually is the one on the bottom. Points in the paint. They're destroying them. More than double the output of the Saigon Heat.
Well, you did mention points in the paint. Of course, because of the records of these two teams, it's pretty much dominant that San Miguel, if you compare it to the Saigon Heat. But a point in the paint, like you said, San Miguel with a definitive and obvious advantage. And one of the reasons is that one of the locals is really a behemoth inside. And this guy, I mean, he's not on your screens at the moment, but Asi Taulava, who is a 6'9 behemoth, a Phil Tongan for the San Miguel Beermen. And he, in the last 4 games, has been a monster.
Yeah, absolutely. Asi is playing like the Asi of old. I mean, when he first came into the league, very athletic, efficiently getting his numbers. As you can see, in the entire league, he was only averaging 10.1 points. But in the last 4 games, he's just been on fire. 19.2 minutes per game have gone actually down, but his field goal percentage has gone up. His rebounding is more or less the same. His assists have also gone up. So he's doing what he needs to do, getting his team prepared for the coming playoffs.
So Asi Taulava and the San Miguel Beermen obviously running high on cruise control. On your screens now is some of the players for the Saigon Heat, and they are on non-cruise control. And, you know, their moniker is the Heat, but so far this season, they've been ice cold.
Yes, absolutely. The Heat have lost their heat, and now they are ice cold. They are in last place, as you can see, in points per game allowed, field goal percentage, rebounds per game. They're not doing very well in the points per game that they're actually scoring 5th in the league, and their assists per game. In other words, they're just having a very difficult time. They got to regroup. They got to go forward. Coach Robido, I was talking to him before the game. He's saying that, you know, they're really on sights to improving the the basketball culture in Vietnam. They only have about 6 or 8 basketball hoops in the entire country at this point, but that is improving. They are on a long-term plan to get this team going.
Well, Vince, earlier we had mentioned that Asi Taulava has been a monster, especially in the last 4 games, and we are going to have an opportunity to talk to him in a few seconds here as Noel Bonus is at courtside with Asi Taulava.
Thanks, guys. All right, Asi, first of all, congratulations on being a father again. How are you feeling today?
Feeling great. Just excited after seeing my wife give birth to our 4th daughter last night, Samantha. So tonight, we'll dedicate this game to her and to come out and try to give out a good performance.
Excellent, congratulations. And so, only question, the Saigon Heat has beat the Beermen once before, although they have the lowest standings. Are you worried at all about this game and being too complacent, and also with Banchero being gone?
Of course we're worried about Saigon. We don't want to take any team lightly here in the ABL. And we play everybody like they're the best team in the league. We stay competitive and have a lot of respect for the coaches and the players. And we come out there and we give our A game every night and prepare us mentally and physically for the playoffs.
Well, there you have it. Well, good luck to you guys and the rest of the team. Back to you guys.
So Asi Taulava bringing his A game during the pregame interview as he is preparing, making sure that they don't take this game for granted. Well, we'll be back after these messages. Up next, it's the Saigon Heat versus the San Miguel Beermen Philippines.
'27.
Welcome back here at the Inaris Sports Arena. The starting lineup for the Saigon Heat on your screens. You see the 2 imports, Justin Howard and David Palmer right there, and 2 of the 3 other players on the starting 5 is from the Philippines, Jai Reyes and Chris Malinog. And the starting lineups for the San Miguel Beermen, very familiar, except that Chris Banchero has a quadriceps injury. So Paulo Hubalde, number 12, very familiar number for Vince Hizon, will be starting for the MVP candidate Chris Banchero.
And I think this is a good chance for these guys to really step up their game as far as the other point guards, the backup point guards. Ubalde is going to get some time, and some of the other guys who don't really get quality time are going to get that today.
The tip is controlled by San Miguel, and Ubalde brings it up against Reyes. Rizada on the right side. They swing it over to Ubalde. Ubalde, 14-footer, that's long. And Palmer with a rebound.
Not a bad shot at the beginning there for Ubalde. Ubalde, by the way, did actually play pretty good basketball last game, scored in double digits. 14 points for Ubalde against Thailand.
The drive inside. Palmer stripped away, gets it back in the paint against Taulava. His hook shot is a bit long. Taulava gets it ahead to Avenido. Avenido to a running Brian Williams. He gets rewarded for 2 points.
That's what you want. If your big guy is going to get out there and get on the breaks, you want to give him the ball. Make sure you reward a big guy for getting out on the lane.
So San Miguel draws first blood. Reyes against Ubalde. Gets it. Luke Palmer. He misses a 3-pointer. The ball is tipped. It's loose. Taken by Reyes. Reyes from the outside. It's so full. And Taulava gets it to Ubalde. Williams now with the ball. And he's stripped away to Malino with the ball.
Probably not a advisable thing for Williams to bring that much.
Jai Reyes, that's what he does best. Jai Reyes is a sharpshooter, especially from beyond the arc. And he gives the Saigon Heat the lead.
Jai's one of those guys, once he gets going, if he gets hot, he gets his confidence up, he won't stop. He'll just keep taking those shots, and they'll probably keep falling for him.
Williams to the corner. Avenido drives baseline. He's got for Justin Howard to lead, and he gets.
Great play by last year's MVP Leo Avenido. Scores his first two on a nice reverse.
So the Beermen regain the lead. 4-3. Reyes double team by Taulava. Into the corner. Inside they go to Howard. Howard against Taulava. Howard post up. His hook shot is good. Nice little sort of half jump hook, I would call it, against the little bit smaller Aussie Taulava. There's Avenido, takes a three-pointer. Vietnam driving inside. Palmer out to Sumalino. He takes a three-pointer. That was a 23-footer that went 22 feet. I don't know if it was a shot or an assist, but in either case, they got the 2 points.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. It didn't hit the rim, so should he get an assist for that? Debate.
Taulava out to Pizada. Back to Taulava. Double team. Picks it out. Avenido for three.
Avenido a little off in this early going, but in the last game he hit his first 3 threes, so he can get hot anytime.
Reyes out to Kumpo. Gets it out to Howard.
That looks like he likes that shot. He's looking for that little 15, 17-footer. Even though he is 6'10", he doesn't mind shooting from the outside.
Well, talk about Ryan Williams with that quick turnaround hook shot. That's something that he's done many times in the past.
You know, so far I like Ryan Williams' intensity, the way he's attacking the basket. He's not backing off.
Molino misses a three-pointer. Howard will be called for the loose ball foul, going over the back of Asi Taulava.
Number 73, Justin Howard, his first foul.
So Justin called for the foul. Well, here's that slam off the miss as David Palmer getting of Sumalino. It was a pass. It was a pass. Okay. Taulava's pass gets away, gets it back. 10 in the shot clock. Inside he goes. His bank shot is good.
Honestly, showing why he was named the player of the month last March. And he's going against the import and actually getting his way.
Zai Reyes hitting his first two jumpers, creating separation and hitting the shot. Taulava now against Palmer. Backs his way, drives baseline, rejected by Palmer. Last touch by Palmer. Stays San Miguel ball. Sending by Palmer.
Ball goes back to San Miguel.
Here's Hubalde. They're going to go to Taulava once again. One-on-one against Palmer in the post. They kick it out. Hubalde for three! And Sumalino pushes it up for Saigon. Inside to Howard. Against Williams. Howard, no double team there, and Howard brings it home.
I like what he's doing already. He's very active. He's shooting those outside shots. He's working hard inside. You know, San Miguel has to be careful. So far, it's Saigon who has the lead, and looks like they're the aggressor.
And another turnover for San Miguel as Sumalino strips Avenido as Reyes brings it up. Inside they go to Howard again against Williams. Here's Howard, takes it again, this time a bit long. This is Taulava, ahead to Rizada. Speed by Ozzy, who got the rebound. Fed it forward to Rizada. Easy two. 4 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 11-10 our score. Saigon with a 1-point lead against San Miguel. Here's that fast break. Transition point. San Miguel's very familiar with it. And RJ Rizada just ahead of the pack, outrunning everybody. You see Sumalinog in chase there, but not on time. But still, the Saigon Heat hanging on to a 1-point lead against the league leader, San Miguel Beermen.
You know, this is a good start for Saigon. You know, as we all know, this is the first professional basketball team that Vietnam has ever known. So they're a work in progress. They're improving, you know, gradually. They're looking at a 5 to 7 year program to really get their country on track as far as basketball goes.
Howard. Howard kicks it out to Tumalino. Here's a shot, well, not shot inside. It's a pass to Palmer. The fadeaway is short. The ball is loose. Taulava another rebound, and San Miguel up and running again. Rizada inside, and there's a foul. It's a traveling violation, not a foul, as Rizada took some steps before getting rid of the ball.
And it looked like Asi wants to be the point guard again today. Like I say, that's always the dream of every big guy, is to be the point guard.
Here's Reyes. Reyes inside he goes, passes it to Howard on the baseline. That's short. And Ubalde's turn to push it up for San Miguel, but a lot of red shirts back on defense. Drive inside, Williams out to Rizada, open for three. That one's off. And Saigon, the lead in the ball. Reyes gets a screen from Palmer. Reyes inside he goes, Howard open for the easy deuce.
Too easy, very easy basket for Saigon. I'm sure Coach Leo Austria is going to make his adjustments.
The lead is now 3 for Saigon Heat. I think no matter what you say, you are going to miss the presence of Chris Panchero. He is an MVP candidate. He is a point guard, a leader of this team. As Taulava, inside he goes, and he gets 3 more points. He's going out of court side with Noel bonus.
All right, so what I heard was Coach Leo telling his team to emphasize greatly on doing a better job when posting up and to put pressure and guard Jai Reyes. And when doing that, they should be able to do fine. And also just keep rebounding the ball. They've been really weak on rebounds. So that's all I got. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Noel. As soon as Noel said that they need to contain Jai Reyes, guess what Jai just did?
Scored again.
So Jai just hasn't been contained yet by the San Miguel defense, but Asi Taulava. Here's Reyes out to Palmer. Palmer for 3. That's a bit off. Head to Ubalde now. San Miguel looking to cut the lead to 1. Avenido drives inside, and his layup is short. Battle for the loose ball and a rebound. Last touch by Brian Williams.
You know, this is the problem when you have a team that's playing so well like San Miguel is. You're playing against a team who's not doing very well. The tendency is you come out a little bit flat. And I think that's exactly what's happened with San Miguel early on. And, you know, actually, Saigon has nothing to lose. They know they're not even going to make the playoffs. So, I mean, they're just playing loose. They're going for their shots. There's no pressure on them, in other words.
Sometimes teams certainly are more dangerous that way when there is no pressure.
His first foul. First team foul. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, you can tell Howard and this guy inbounding the ball. You saw Coach Frigano right there. Gonzalez are new additions to this Saigon team.
Yeah, I mean, Norman's been around for a long time in the PBA as well. Veteran. And the shot by Tuan Trung No doesn't go. As Avenido puts on the brakes. Ahead to Taulava. Taulava drives inside against Palmer. Taulava still inside. Double team. Taulava missing the layup. The tip is good by Brian Williams. What an advantage San Miguel is always going to have on pretty much every other team. They got the 2 Williams imports, and they only have to play one at a time because they got practically a 3rd import in the player of the month in Asi Taulava.
And an almost 4th import in Eric Menk.
There you go.
Here's Palmer. Inside he goes against Taulava, and he gets the nice basket.
Good move there. Individual move by Palmer. The tough thing for Vietnam or Saigon is they got to get other guys involved, not just the 2 imports.
Here's Acuna. Out to Avenido. Avenido almost stripped away by Reyes. Acuna for 3.
Great shot there by Acuna, who just checked into the ball game.
So you need elite shooters in the team, and Acuna is definitely that.
Especially when you got such big guys inside who are so dominating. If you can get a couple guys who can hit a couple outside shots, it really puts a lot of pressure on the opposing team's defense.
Reyes loses control of the ball, gets it back, gets another 2 points. Jai Reyes waxing hot here in the first quarter.
Looks like Jai Reyes is trying to go for that MVP candidate as well.
Well, the first game in Vietnam, and they beat San Miguel, I think he scored about 25 points, and he also got hot. So they're going to need his hot shooting as a steal here by Vietnam. Here's Howard. Gonzalez watching and looking for the ball, and I think Howard waited a little bit too late. Acuna almost hitting that 70-footer. So we played 10 minutes here in the ball game between Saigon and San Miguel. It's the Heat, surprisingly, looking for the upset, up by 2 points, 19-17 against the league leaders, the San Miguel Beermen Philippines. We'll be back with the second quarter after these messages. Well, here's that play by Jai Reyes. Jai Reyes, obviously he's not Vietnamese. He is from the Philippines. He's one of the Southeast Asian imports. He has 12 points on perfect shooting from the field and 1 3-pointer so far. And Jai Reyes, a Blue Eagle through and through, high school and college.
He didn't miss a shot like you were mentioning. 4 out of 4. And 1 out of 1 from the point. He hasn't missed. He's on fire.
Well, they're going to need him to continue to be on fire to have a chance to get this big upset. Palmer against Williams. And he kicks it out to nobody. And that was skipped away. That's why there's no backcourt violation. But the shot clock down to 3. Here's Reyes. He's going to have to shoot it up. Reyes for 3. That was a heat check from the Saigon Heat. But it was kind of in desperation because the shot clock was running down.
Yeah, it was a sort of a desperate situation there for the guy who played 1 year in the PBA, 18th pick overall by Powerade.
Just like that, gives the San Miguel Beermen the lead.
The 2 guys in the last game who really sparked, I think, off the bench for Coach Leo Astro's guys were Tiele and Acuna.
From for 3, and answer back. Offensive rebound, Howard. From once again, they give it to Sumalino, takes the 3, drives inside, baseline, hands it off to Howard. Howard, the hook shot doesn't go.
Not a bad possession, they just couldn't put it down.
Acuna, he's hot. And he got bumped on that shot.
Got fouled by Trung, who will send Acuna to try for 3 free throws.
But Trung had to be a little bit extra aggressive. Here's the social media addresses. You just log on to ASEANBasketballLeague.com, Facebook.com/ASEAN Basketball. We're also on Twitter, and of course the YouTube account to see live streaming of our games here at the ABL. So Acuna has hit 2 3-point shots, and that was the reason why Juan Truong To really had to go out and respect that 3-pointer and fouled him. So Acuna, 2 more free throws after missing the first.
you know, when you get a guy who can shoot threes as well, it really opens up, like I mentioned before, other things for the inside guys like Williams, the two Williams, and Aussie and Eric Mink, who hasn't seen action yet.
So Acuna, the three-point shooter, missing 2 out of 3 free throws in that exchange. Here's Reyes, out to Howard, kicks it out. Inside now to Palmer, against Williams. Double team, triple team, Strong, outside, 5 on the shot clock. This is Palmer, his bank shot doesn't go. And Fortuna will pass it cross court. Acuna for 3. This one doesn't go. And battle for the rebound. And a foul is called on Justin Williams.
There was a nice pursuit there by Justin Williams, but the referee sees it as push him off just a little bit.
Well, Vince, from that last time out, Noel, I think, was able to listen in through the Saigon bench.
All right, so from the Heat side, Coach Jason was pretty much just going through their plays, telling them to slow down when they need to, keep it clean, and to just play smart. And they seem to be really doing well with taking shots in the paint, so expect to see the ball go to Jai Reyes quite often. And that's pretty much their strategy as of the moment. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Noel. We got to go to who the hot guy is, and right now it's Jai Reyes. So a foul inside. I think it was on Brian Williams,
who doesn't agree at all with the foul.
When
it was a legal block out.
When was the last time you saw a player agree with a call?
19. It's been a long time.
Here's Reyes against Fortuna. Reyes, hesitation move, hands off to Palmer. Palmer inside he goes, passing off to Howard. Ball is loose, 7 on the shot clock. Cross court to Reyes. Long 3-point shot, Jai Reyes. That was all the way from Saigon, I think.
Man, that was a long one. He was about 5 feet past the 3-point line.
Fortuna splits the defense. His pass intercepted by Sumalino. Out to Reyes, back to Sumalino, challenging Williams, but I think he took 3 steps in doing so.
Yeah, he got, I would say, a little bit intimidated by Williams standing there, 6'9", long arms. I guess anybody can intimidate if you got that in front of you.
We got our former UAAP players playing this game. In fact, I think every single player outside of the imports used to play for the UAAP. Fortuna, one of them, as Kawaling from the 3-point line. Gets another one for the Miguel Beermen.
Nice ball movement to an open Kawaling. And again, these are the games where you build your confidence, especially going into the playoffs. Those guys who haven't contributed too much this year should get their confidence higher, so that when they get called upon in the playoffs, they can contribute.
Here's Gonzalez, kicks it out to Reyes, cross court to Sumalino, fakes the 3, goes inside, baseline jumper, in and out, and Williams with a rebound. Here comes San Miguel once again. Fortuna looking for an opportunity, takes a 16-footer.
Very easy shot, wide open. And looks like Coach Rubido wants to call timeout in the action.
Well, the San Miguel Beermen, so far, it looks like pitching a shutout here in the second quarter. Timeout has been called. We'll be back. Welcome back here at the Inaris Sports Arena. It's the San Miguel Beermen scoring 9 points in a row. It looks like
9 or run, yeah.
Yeah, 9 or 11. Oh, 9 points in a row. 9-0 run here in the second quarter to take the lead. Now at 7 points against the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, Saigon's really got to do a little bit better job at getting better shots. I mean, they're getting shots, yes, but they're not really that open, and the shots that they are taking are pretty well covered, and there's a lot of defensive presence in front of them.
So Heat with the ball. Reyes brings it up against Fortuna. On the right side, hands off to Malino. Cross court, they go to Gonzalez, out to Reyes. Inside to Howard against Williams. Double team right away. They kick it cross court to Malino. Fakes the three. Drives baseline inside. His pass tipped away. Stolen by Fortuna. Here's San Miguel. Cross court to Kawaling. Kawaling to Acuna. Acuna sets it up. Lots of time on the shot clock. Fortuna gets the screen. Back to Williams. Williams, 17-footer.
Nice move by Acuna. He could have took the three a long time ago, but he backed it off, decided, let's try to get a better shot, which is exactly what they did. Nice shot there by Williams.
Lead is now double digits. Actually, 9 points, 28-19. As Howard goes inside, gets it to Palmer, loses control. To Malino, inside he goes. His pass almost stolen, tipped away, and last touch by the Heat.
Nice defensive presence there by San Miguel. Using their feet on defense, such a big key. As we see the around the back pass to the open Williams.
That's a nice set shot. You know, Williams is one of the most complete players. I know he's got a good outside jumper. He rebounds well, he defends well, he passes well. So I think as a coach, you gotta love a player like him. He gives you stats in every category. Here's Williams. His fadeaway takes it to his mouth.
Not many people can block that shot that Williams just took. A fall away from a 6'9" guy with long arms. Great shot, great touch.
Give it to Reyes once again. Palmer still looking for that first three-pointer, and he finally gets it.
You know, they're going to have to shoot those long shots to really get themselves really on track in this game. They got to be hot. If they really want to do well in this game, the Heat have to get hot.
Here's Williams inside, and alley-oop taken by Williams, double team. Williams whistle. Let's see what the call is. Basket is good. He gets the basket, and a three-point play opportunity for Justin Williams.
You know, this is one of those things, Jude, that I say is maybe a little bit of a weakness for Justin Williams. It's the inside power game, because he has a tendency of getting pushed around a lot. And this is a great game right here, just so he can, practice that and get used to the contact. Once the playoffs comes, if you think this is contact, wait till the playoffs come.
Well, here's that three-point shot. As Williams cannot complete the three-point play. Well, one of the reasons, by the way, Norman Gonzalez is in the ball game right now as Palmer drives against Eric Mick, kicks it out to Reyes. Reyes for three. So he's missed a couple of three-pointers now.
Cooling down. Started very hot, though.
Yeah, I think dragged his pivot foot. You know what happened there is that he was going to pass on the left side, and then the passing lane was covered by the Heat. So he had to hesitate and drag his pivot foot before passing it to the right side.
Good job by Justin Howard, 6'10", getting out in the passing lane is kind of unheard of.
Drive inside, David Palmer, good drive, and Howard a nice rebound and put back.
The difference, I think, at the end of this game will have to be how deep is the bench of Saigon. I mean, how long can they keep this up? I mean, they're playing pretty darn good right now. But the bench is just not that long for them, and San Miguel is much longer.
What's the call here? The call is off the ball against Kawaling. I think Kawaling was caught holding his defender.
His first foul, 17 foul, 13 foul.
Maybe we can take a look at that on slow-mo later, but I'm not sure if I totally saw it correctly. From what I saw, it looked like it was the other way around, but I'd like to see the slow-mo on that.
So an 8-point advantage, or at least deficit, for the Saigon Heat, Reyes is another long jumper and another miss. Battle for the loose ball taken by Vietnam. Here's Palmer. Inside to Howard against Williams. Here's Howard. His hook shot blocked by Williams. And here's an offensive rebound by David Palmer. A whistle is called.
You know, Jude, right at this juncture, San Miguel is basically getting a little bit out hustled. I mean, Saigon knows they're not maybe as deep in their roster, maybe not as good talent-wise, but they're trying harder right now. You can see it by the way they're going for those rebounds, the way they're getting out in the passing lanes. You know, San Miguel obviously is a really, really good team, but they have to push it up one notch or two.
Palmer with the miss. Another one coming for David Palmer, splitting the free throws. Cutting the lead to 7 points. Fortuna out to Avenido. Walling on the right side, looking for Justin Williams against Palmer. Williams taking a jumper and hitting the jumper. That was unexpected.
Looked really good.
Yeah.
Great release, great rotation, and all net.
Well, you mentioned that he's got to work on his post game. So he said, hey, you know, if I don't have a reliable post game in, I'll just take the jumper. Here's Jai Reyes, kicks it out to Palmer for three. And Fortuna with the rebound. Fortuna, a reach-in foul will be called on Quang Trong To.
Great rebound by Fortuna and a nice crossover. Draws the foul. Squatting will go to the bench. Will come in. Like I mentioned, last game together in the second half was one of the big X factors why San Miguel really pulled away. Get some nice key jumpers from the left side and some like 15, 17 footers. Just a plethora of talent on the San Miguel Beermen team.
They do have a plethora, and it's talent and then some. Williams, this time his fadeaway doesn't go. Long rebound to Fortuna. So the shot clock is reset. They have a 9-point lead. Fortuna gets a screen, goes inside, 15-footer. Is short, Palmer with a rebound. And the loose ball foul will be called. Williams is complaining, so it looks like it's most likely going to be on him.
Well, he did kind of jump a little late. I think that's what the referee saw. I don't know how much contact there was. But we'll go to the bench with a few fouls here. They are still sitting on a 9-point lead, so not too much to worry about.
Plus, they've got an Asita Lava to replace him, so it's not a huge loss.
Oh yeah, they have a 6'9" Ozzy Taulava, player of the month, probably player of the month for this month as well, sitting there. Ozzy's just been instrumental for this team in the past, so many games. He's just been doing everything that the doctor has ordered. He's just really bonded this team together and carried them in so many ways. Really playing like an import, so no problem if one of the Williams wants to sit down for a while.
Avenido to Eric Menk against Howard from the baseline, and he challenges the import. Eric Menk, the left-handed hook. This one's an air ball, though. But, I think Howard has at least, 3-4 inches on Eric Menk?
Maybe more, but really long arms as well. Tough matchup for Eric Menk, who's only 6'6".
Only 6'6". Well, we do have a timeout here with 1:31 remaining in the first half. It's San Miguel Beermen with a 7-point advantage over the Saigon Heat, 34-27. And, Saigon did pretty well, especially in the first quarter, but I think San Miguel, the talent and the deep bench, I think has just started to show through.
And plus, I think, Saigon is still reeling from that last game where they got destroyed, decimated by 52 points.
So this is
the worst loss in ABL history. So
this is kind of a moral victory for Saigon, only being down by 7, almost a whole half of game has already been played.
Absolutely. So, you know, just for them being close at this point is already practically a victory for them.
So Coach Rabideau talking to David Palmer and the rest of the Saigon Heat.
You know, in my estimation, Jude, I would say that, you know, Saigon is you know, really overachieved from my expectations for this game. You know, they came in, they had a pretty good game plan from Coach Rabideau, and they've really played it out well. They got a couple guys who got out hot in Jai Reyes and the imports. So, I mean, they're really giving San Miguel a good test.
Reyes will bring it up for the Saigon Heat. A little over a minute remaining here in the second quarter. Palmer drives inside against Eric Meng, stripped away. Go same way, with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Palmer looking like a running back. Just barreling into...
But, you know, I think Vince actually shifted that play because I think they might feel as Sumalino attempts a three-pointer. That's way short, but I think they identified or at least recognized that Palmer might have some sort of advantage against Eric Meng, who was defending him one-on-one in that play.
Well, maybe they thought so, but I think Eric Meng totally proved that not the case. He more than held his defense.
Here's Eric Meng. And I think he took an extra step.
You know, the length of their imports, I think he's a little bit bothering Eric Meng. You know, Howard is 6'10", long arms. Palmer 6'8", very long arms as well. Now, these are adjustments that you can make now in the elimination, so when you get to the playoffs, no big deal.
With Reyes once again challenging Asita Lava. Didn't matter as Jai Reyes getting the 2 points. Been eating quiet since the first quarter, but that time he cuts the lead to 5 points.
You know, I got to give credit where credit's due. Jai Reyes is just playing unbelievable basketball. 5'7", going against 6'9". No problem.
But let's look at it again. Jai Reyes, I mean, it takes some courage to go inside knowing that Asi Taulava is right there to help and challenge the shot and to take it.
Great play by Jai Reyes, just really, in my estimation, carrying his team in getting them hot, getting other guys involved.
He comes from a good basketball pedigree.
Oh yeah, he came from a great school. Oh, sorry, I went to the same one. I think we both did, yeah? No, but he's definitely a bright spot for this Saigon team, and in this, not just this game, in this season, this is really his breakout year. He's averaging 13 points. You know, that's third among all non-American imports, because he is the Southeast Asian import. He's shooting 37% from 3 points. And, you know, averaging 6 assists per game, which is second in the league. You know, he's a quality player, and he's really doing well and helping these Saigon Heat.
Well, you know, Vince, I got to say, you know, just the talent level of the Philippines in the ASEAN region is Taulava blocked away by Howard, although David Palmer steps out of bounds. But you can see, you are allowed a few, I think 3 Southeast Asian imports, and right now, outside of the actual imports from the USA, it's all Filipinos on the court. Even in Vietnam, it's got, I mean, they've got Jai Reyes, they've got Gonzalez, Norman Gonzalez, and their other player, Sumalino, is also from Ateneo, played in the Philippines. So I think across the board, you really can see the development and the level of talent from Filipinos.
Yes, absolutely, Jude. We got so much talent in the Philippines, so many quality players that, you know, other teams in other countries can just, you know, they recognize that and they say, hey, we want to get good quality Asian imports. Let's go to the Philippines and start recruiting them.
You know, if we can only solve that genetic problem of not having a lot of tall players. The talent is there, just the physical, actual height is still something we need to, work on.
You're right. We have a pretty good, basketball country, but we're just sometimes just not tall enough. We need, maybe, I don't know, what should we, string beans or something? Get them longer.
Gillen from the baseline gets 4 points for Beermen. Extends the lead to 7 points. The shot clock is off. This is Howard against Taulava. Double teamed by Avenido. His pass skipped away. Taken by Meng. 5 seconds on the game clock. Here's Ubalde out to Avenido. Drives baseline. Hands off to Taulava. Taulava inside. And he will draw the foul as the buzzer sounds. Are they going to count this foul?
I think they are. Not a smart play by Howard, who tried to crowd Aussie. Overdid it just a little bit there. So they will call the foul, or they won't?
I think they will call the foul, but because...
Oh, no. They will negate the foul because they said the game clock had already sounded.
So 36-29 is our halftime score as the San Miguel Beermen recovering a little bit after being behind by 2 points after the first quarter. Now at halftime, they're up by 7. We'll be back with more here in Pasig after these messages.
Isa muna.
Welcome back here at the Pasig Sports Arena, where the San Miguel Beermen have taken the lead at halftime against the Saigon Heat. They are the hottest team right now in the ABL, Vince.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're showing why they are doing so well in this league, having won 11 games in a row. I mean, the big obvious thing that I'm seeing here in this game is, San Miguel has such a deep bench. 9 players from the San Miguel Beermen have scored in this ball game, and only 3 for the Heat. So right there, if you stop those 3, even bigger problems for the Heat in the second half.
Well, let's look at the numbers here for the first half.
Yeah, as you can see, the score is 36-29. In the second quarter, the Heat only scored 10 points, which is pretty dismal compared to the Beermen's 19. That's where the big lead came. Remember, at the end of the first quarter, the Heat were actually winning by 2. Field goal percentage, of course, on the side of the Beermen. They're getting a lot more shots inside. Assists, they're really passing the ball well, getting the ball to the open guy. But look at the bottom one. I know turnovers are also important, but the bottom one, 20-0 points off the bench. Slight advantage there.
Well, you did mention that the San Miguel Beermen Philippines certainly with a huge advantage in the deep bench. And you can't tell when you look at the leading scorers, but, outside of these top 3, there's nobody else for the Saigon Heat, and there's a bunch of other players for the San Miguel Beermen.
That's it. And really, the San Miguel Beermen have done a pretty good job of checking both Palmer and Howard. They're combined 7 for 22 in this first half. So, again, if they can really contain those 2 imports, maybe sort of limit the output of the very hot Jai Reyes, who already has 11 points as well, then they're going to have a very easy going for the second half and in this game.
Well, I think one of the things that I think the Saigon Heat will probably have to look at as you take a look at Justin Williams here. This is that 19-footer that he took, that's nothing but net that he hit. And this guy, not known for his offense, actually. I mean, he's really more known for his defense. Here's another hustle play. Estiele from the baseline gets another jumper to go for the San Miguel Beermen. And again, a very balanced attack for San Miguel. And that's one thing I think that the Saigon Heat would have to worry about is, I think, even the fatigue factor. Knowing that San Miguel has a very deep bench in every single position. And Saigon, towards the second half, especially the fourth quarter, when you don't have a lot of substitutions and replacements, I think the advantage certainly goes to the other team who's had that rest on the bench.
Absolutely. All of the top scorers for the Heat, Jai Reyes, David Palmer, and Justin Howard, have not seen 1 second of rest in this first half. They played the whole first half. I'm just curious to see if they can keep up the energy and be able to play long minutes in the second half as well.
Well, one guy that we do have to look at is Jai Reyes. I mean, he has scored in double digits. He was very hot in the first quarter. Got a little bit hot towards the end of the second quarter. And again, the pride of the Philippines, Jai Reyes, carrying the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, he's shooting 56% from the field in this first half. Got a couple assists. He's doing a really good job. No turnovers. Really a good job keeping it all together and keeping the San Miguel Beermen at bay.
Well, let's now go to courtside as Noel Bonus is with one of the key players so far for the San Miguel Beermen here in the first half, and it's Brian Williams.
Thanks, guys. All right, Brian, you just seem to come alive on your game on both offense and defense. Now, what do you think you and your team need to do in order to just take this home and dominate against the Heat?
I mean, we had a slow start. I mean, it's been happening a bunch of times this season, but the second half dictates the rest of the game. And I mean, they don't have a lot of players right now. We got a deep bench, so we just got to get into that bench and try to win the game.
Well, good luck to you and the rest of the team, and back to you guys.
Well, thank you very much, Noel. And I guess Brian knows exactly what their advantage is, and that's really a deep bench. And outside of actually being more talented, they also have a lot more players with a lot more talent. So this is going to be a huge upset if the Saigon Heat actually does pull it off. Second half is at hand after a few messages, so don't go away. And we're a few minutes away from the start of the second half, the third quarter. You're watching the ASEAN Basketball League on Fox Sports. San Miguel Beermen, Philippines versus the Saigon Heat from Vietnam. San Miguel trying to stay in first place, and Saigon trying to get out of the cellar as they are in the bottom of the standings so far here in the elimination round. Remember, Chris Banchero, the starting point guard for the San Miguel Beermen, out with an injury, quadriceps, and Paulo Ubalde, who did replace him in the starting lineup, drives and draws the foul from Jai Reyes.
The first foul on Jai Reyes, who's done a pretty good job at team so far. And again, I like what Paulo Ubalde did there. Challenge the defense of Jai Reyes, get him tired. The easiest way to get a guy tired is make him play a lot of defense, because they just have fun on offense. They never seem to get tired. But if the second you start making him move a lot, there goes the legs.
Well, you know, we mentioned that Jai Reyes comes from a good basketball pedigree. Paulo Ubalde comes from the same. I mean, the father, one of the legendary ball players from the late 70s and early 80s in the ABA. Jai Reyes out to Palmer. Palmer drives, challenges Taulava, missing the layup. Ball is tipped out to Ubalde. Here comes the Beermen. Ball on three. Handing it to Avenido, to Taulava. One dribble. With the 2 points.
Excellent unselfish pass there by Leo Avenido to the Asi Taulava, who is more and more youthful. Nice spin move by Asi.
Jai Reyes driving inside once again, and he's made some good things happen. Driving in the paint, and this time he draws the foul, so he'll be given 2 free throws.
This is definitely the breakout year for Jai Reyes, as we mentioned already. He just looks a little bit quicker, and he's got a lot more activity going on, both on offense and defense. He looks to be really looking for his shot, which I like as well.
He is a very good scorer. He's been in every which league in the Philippines due to time. It's very vast. From high school to college to pro to semi-pro to now in the ASEAN Basketball League.
You know, for a guy like Jai Reyes, finding this league, really good shot to prove himself. He could be much higher than what he is right now.
Well, you saw a pretty play from Paulo Ubalde. Cutting Brian Williams. Double digits. Here's Jai Reyes kicking it out. Malino for 3. And the long rebound, and he's got it. Ball here. It's going to be a jump ball between Avenido and Palmer.
If you want to take a bet on who's going to win this jump ball,
well, I think
alternating.
Yeah, I think it's alternating possession. So I think Avenido's very relieved of that rule. The basket, locked up by Palmer. I think he actually kind of stole it away from him. Palmer blocked by Taulava, but not before Brian Williams, I believe, got him underneath.
I have to mention the referees for this ball game are really getting an earful. Both teams actually. They are number just one and Tom.
You saw the replay there on the foul by Brian Williams underneath before Taulava blocked Palmer's shot away. So Palmer gets the lead back to single digits with that first free throw. The lead is 8. San Miguel the lead in the ball. Ubalde brings it up, calls the play for Philippine team. Ubalde on the right side, gets it to Williams. Rizada, his pass gets away, stolen by Saigon. Here comes Reyes.
Very fast, but a great defensive effort. And then he can do one on the other side. Nice reverse. Good pass there, Jai Reyes.
Jai Reyes with the assist. Marino driving the baseline.
entire night, all the good things that have happened for the Saigon Heat, from very rare to Bobby, the attempt for three, hits the three. Southpaw has the range. He definitely has three-point range, and he showed it right there. Stopped the key.
That was an important shot for San Miguel. Saigon did a couple of free throws of Palmer and a couple of field goals. They had cut the lead down to 6. And 3 gets it up to 9 once again, but Justin Howard, nice spin move in the paint for Saigon.
He really likes that little sort of mini jump hook there. And it's very effective. He's been making it all night.
Lava against Palmer. Lava backs his way, lowers his shoulders, falls for the offensive foul.
Great anticipation by Palmer there. Aussie does have that tendency to sort of lower his shoulder because he's so much he couldn't get more.
Well, this is one of the few instances where the player actually did not complain. He just lowered his shoulder, bam! Palmer comes flying out, and Lava just kind of said, hey.
So let's mark the date and the time. This is the first time in how many decades that a player actually acknowledged the foul. That's a good score. He knows when he's
out to Somalino for 3, and he's been struggling.
He hasn't really been doing well offensively.
Nice dish.
Last year's MVP playing great basketball there up in the goal. Shows it right there.
Everybody knows. Inside they go to Howard. Gives it inside to Malinos. Forces his way against Williams. Gets the offensive rebound. Takes it out. Palmer to drive against Williams. Hands it off. Takes it away. Gets it back. Loves the foul. Gets the basket.
You would think that a team who's lost 12 in a row would just sort of roll over and play dead already. But don't say that about these Saigon Heat. They're really playing hard. As we look at the slow-mo.
Here's that play.
It was a foul. But again, I think they're just nothing to lose. So they're just working hard, trying to improve, knowing that maybe this camps aren't very good at all, but there's always next year, and that's what they're working for.
Well, the lead is back down to 6. Uvalde brings it up. Out to Williams. Off to Aguinido. Aguinido drives inside. Howard gives it out to Uvalde. 5 minutes left. Uvalde takes a long jumper. In and out. And a rebound taken by Palmer. Out to Reyes. They're down by 6. Reyes takes a three-pointer. That's short. I'm going to cut it in half to 3. And Uvalde drives against Reyes. Skipped away. Taken and taken back by Uvalde. Very fortunate play. San Miguel beat the Philippines.
You could say that again. It was like ping pong action. The ball was back and forth. Who had possession? When it came to Uvalde, he set up a wide open
Ryan Williams to complete the three-point play, which he does. Again, after the Saigon Heat cut the lead to 6, in which they already actually had possession, where Jai Reyes hit to miss the jumper, a three-point play extends it back up to 9 points.
Those are the ones that sort of take the wind out of your sails for Saigon Heat fans. Almost, they could have been only down by 3.
This is Palmer, a 15-footer. That's the lead now, down to 7 once again.
I like the individual move once again coming from Palmer. He did everything to get himself open and get that shot.
Inside they go, great shot by just running in all cylinders right
Clinic.
now.
It's like a clinic. San Miguel had a run offense clinic.
Well, you do have a timeout with 4:53 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll be back. That's Mr. Anthony Macri from the ABL, CEO, the big boss.
There he is. Nice guy. I had an opportunity to talk to him. ABL is actually looking at the possibility of expanding to other countries, and as long as they share the proper vision, ABL action could be seen in a few new countries very soon, maybe as early as next year.
Well, more countries, the more the merrier, definitely. It increases the talent level as Guy Reyes losing control of that ball, hard to get over for Saigon, and that drives coaches crazy. Right off a timeout, you get possession of the ball and you turn it over.
Well, I think that is his first sin of this entire game, his first turnover. So he'll be too upset.
Here's Acuña for three. Palmer with the rebound. He brings it up himself as Reyes is covered. Ball loose. And it's still loose. Now taken by Williams. And Williams is fouled by Reyes.
That was an excellent hustle play there by Paulo Hubalde, who sacrificed his body and went straight on the floor. Of course, Palmer didn't like it because he could risk an injury off that kind of a dive, but great effort.
Well, Vince, while Williams takes these two free throws, let's go to courtside with a report from Noel Bonds.
All right, so coming out of the second half, Coach Leo wanted to make some adjustment on their defensive plays. He wants to continue the pace, and he told them run if you can. And he wants to totally put pressure on the Heat altogether. So I guess he wants to just speed up the whole game and tire out the Heat. Back to you guys.
Well, a pretty good strategy, considering the bench of the Heat really is very thin, and you do have the horses to run. You have the talent to get fatigued as part of the ball game here in the second half.
I like the strategy a lot, but honestly, just looking at Jaire and the other two, they don't look tired at all. Like, they've been rested, but they haven't.
Well, Howard hits another medium-range jumper. And the Heat really just hanging on. I mean, they're not leading, but they're not being blown away as Taulava stripped away, this time claiming he was fouled, and that one tipped away by Williams.
Miguel is going to gotta turn out this notch right now. You got to get this energy level up just a little bit. You think it easily be up 10, 15 points by the end of third. They can do that.
Reyes for three. Come on.
Coach Rubin could be happy that fist pump there. He's not excited for this game.
Well, he's still open for this upset. They're only down by 6. As the ball drives inside, misses the layup. Palmer with a rebound. So now Saigon with the ball, down by 6. Here's Reyes inside, almost losing control. Gets it to Malino. Inside they go. And Palmer kicks it out. 4-3, Gonzalez. They had another opportunity to cut it.
Good shot though. At this point, that's all you want. Other guys aren't really getting involved, but one good player shooting great shots, and that was a great shot.
I don't know if that was a great shot. He kind of takes it. And here's Reyes inside, gets a bump, gets a pass, and gets the assist. Gets to Malino, and don't look now at the lead of the San Miguel Beermen has been cut to 4 points, 53-49. As the Saigon Heat, after many opportunities that were blown, have now taken advantage and have scored a few baskets in a row.
I think Coach Leo Austria will make a few adjustments on getting some other guys with a little more energy on the court.
Well, here's Jaire, so the key here is control. I mean, he might have been called for the charge here, but yeah, he kind of slowed down and not enough. He calls for the charge. Polino trying to lead the board.
It wasn't a solid contact. If it was, it would have probably been a charge.
Well, if you want to watch live streaming or even not live streaming, you can go to our YouTube site at youtube.com/ABL. But we are also on Facebook and on Twitter. And we do have our website, ASEANBasketballLeague.com. So all over the internet, digital, you can watch the ABL. This game included.
You know, I'm always checking out ABL News myself at ABL News. Very up to date. Very minute by minute. Nice little Twitter account they have there. I'm one of their followers.
Well, right now, everybody following knows that the Saigon Heat in position to get a huge upset, maybe the biggest upset in this season so far. Out to Kawaling. Gets a screen from Williams. Kawaling inside. Williams against Howard. Williams kicking it out. Acuna for three. That's long. So the Saigon Heat a chance to cut into this 4-point deficit.
This would be that juncture in the game where a guy like Chris Banchero can take it over and put the whole team on his back and just ride them into the game. With him out, it's really an interesting scenario. You got guys who are a little bit more untested and they're step up their game and show their work.
One of the guys is Jen Osuna, who is the point guard right now. He is a late addition in the second half of the season from San Miguel Beermen, a standout from the USD Brawling Tigers. Inside he goes to Asi Taulava against Palmer. Taulava backs his way against Palmer. Inside he goes. Oh, the foul! And he's got a 4-play opportunity.
Just the sheer strength of the behemoth Asi Taulava. Takes the contact, backwards right.
No help defense here. Pretty much plays like an import. An import guarding him one-on-one. Asi Taulava seized in that play. He continues the point play. And just like that, the lead back up to 7. With the ball against Fortuna. Crossover move, takes the 19-footer. That doesn't go. Taulava with a rebound.
Good defense there by Fortuna. I think that's exactly what Leo should be doing. Throwing different guys and guys there getting fired. The upside of the net there can still do it. Oh, an offensive foul here.
Well, what I think happened is Acuna saw that he had a mismatch against Jai Reyes. Sometimes when that happens, you get a little bit too excited. And I think he got called for the offensive foul. So we've got a timeout here with 1 minute 21 left here in the third quarter. The lead is still 7. So Saigon has been able to keep up with the San Miguel Beermen here in the third quarter, but they were already down. So I think they both scored 20 points apiece.
It is a lot closer than a lot of people would have thought, even myself at this juncture. Like we said a few times already, the worst loss in ABL history came at the hands of San Miguel. On the Heat, 52 points separated the two teams. And here we are, only 7 points. And again, you say a moral victory? Yes, definitely a moral victory at this point for the Saigon Heat. And,
but I'm sure they want the actual.
Probably a little frustration going on with the San Miguel guys. I think, why are we only up by 7? We should be up by like maybe 20 or plus.
They don't have Banchero, but they have played pretty well. It's just that Saigon is not and really challenged the San Miguel Beermen team.
You know, it must also be mentioned that in the worst loss in ABL David Palmer, one of their imports, was serving out a 1-game suspension. So they were really, really undermanned. They only had 7 guys who actually shot San Miguel's 11 pure quality players.
This is Reyes now on the left side, looking across. Inside they go, and a foul, a 3-second violation.
He was camping out there. Really given to it by Jai Reyes, but excellent defense by San Miguel. So, San Miguel here with the leading ball by 7. Fortuna calls the play on the left side, gives it to Saulava. Fortuna looking inside, the pass to Kawali. Kawali hounded by Sumalino, store for a bit, shot clock. Give it to Williams, gets away, stolen by Sumalino. Here comes the Saigon Heat. Sumalino. Sumalino go all the way inside. Missed the layup, but tipped in by Howard.
Pursuit there by Saigon. I mean, they have very active hands. They're really playing good in-your-face kind of defense, and then when they get the ball, they're running.
Actually, that's Fortuna. And Williams fouled by Howard, driving to the basket.
He's holding his hip. I hope it's serious.
Number 7, Justin Howard, penalty. Substitution.
That's painful. Let's hope it's nothing serious. They're prizing.
That's 3 fouls on Justin Howard.
Justin Howard with 3 fouls. Actually, probably done a pretty good job in managing his fouls.
Brian Williams will be given 2 free throws. A penalty situation.
2 free throws
by 5. That play where he was fouled off the hip. Bam. I think he was hit on the hip, but I think the hip hit the floor, and that's what was even more dangerous. The floor doesn't budge when you hit it.
No, it definitely does not. Although there's a very nice floor here at the Inari Sports Center. Got a little bounce to it. It's nice wood from the stakes. But it still hurts a lot when you nail it.
So the lead stays at 6. As Williams puts the 2 free throws, here's Zai Reyes against Fortuna. He bounces it in to Palmer. Palmer inside. His back shot is good. The lead has been cut to 4 once again by the San Miguel, or by the Saigon Heat, as the third quarter comes to an end. So 30 minutes of play here have lasted, and Saigon Heat actually scored 4 points against the San Miguel Beermen in the third quarter, and have cut the lead to 4. 57-53 our score. The fourth and final quarter after these messages. Well, here's that basket. Palmer getting it inside, banking it home to cut the lead to 4. So Saigon right in his ball game with 10 minutes remaining.
Who would have thought that before this game? But you got to give credit to guys like Jai Reyes, David Palmer, and Justin Howard. If they can only get 1 or 2 it'll be a very interesting last and final period. The one who they're kind of missing right now is Chris Sumalino. He's only 2 out of 10 on the field at this point. If he gets going in this floor,
On the left side. Somebody to post up. Finds Saulava against Palmer. Saulava driving inside, draws the foul, hits the basket once again. Opportunity. Saulava really taking advantage of that one-on-one post. Play against Palmer.
Yeah, it's like he's just walking through the park. You're looking by
Biding his time, dribbling, going against an import, gets double teamed, no problem. Here comes the 3-point play. That's what you call veteran smarts and a body that just refuses to get old. I mean, playing very, very good basketball. Good quality basketball from
Completes the end one. Inside Reyes keeping it out. Palmer for 3. And he's been way off in those 3-pointers the whole game. A ball given away by Saigon. Juan Fongo. Now here's where the rubber meets the road. Guy Reyes, David Palmer, and Jesse Howard have not had 1 minute rest in this ball game. How are they going to fare in this fourth period? Well, Palmer still has to defend Taulava as well. This time Taulava misses the point-blank layup. Reyes ahead to Howard. Howard inside he goes, blocked from behind by Taulava. He still got it, and he gets the 2 points. So, Rabideau looking for the foul there. Well, Noel Bonus was over at the Saigon bench during that last time out, and she does have a report for us.
All right, so coming from the Heat side this time, he pretty much advised his team, we're still in this game. We have to just keep it simple, play smart, and keep on the fouls because we cannot, or they cannot afford any more and ones. So just pretty much just play smart, and they should be able to keep going. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Noel. As soon as you said that, actually, I do remember Asi Taulava getting an N1, although he did complete it. Here's Howard fouled by Asi Taulava. And Coach Rabideau, I don't know if you saw him on your screens there, he's trying to be the official, trying to say that it wasn't the active shooting. And I think they are going to give him, are they going to give him 2 shots? No 2 shots. Looks like it's not in the active shooting, so they are going to inbound it.
They can tie a shoelace.
Well, it looked like they were going to give him 2 shots, as Howard was already tying his shoelaces in
at the free throw line.
Yeah, at the free throw line. I think he was trying to psychologically convince the referees.
Yeah, sometimes you can actually fool the referees as well.
Here's Guy Reyes, the fadeaway doesn't go. Fiela gets the rebound, and Howard right there for the jump ball. And who's got it here? I think the possession arrow says that Saigon will keep possession. They give it to Susanino. Against the walling. Still looking. Out to Reyes, inside to Howard. Howard against Taulava. Howard inside, double team. They got Tron for 3. That's way free, and he hits it. A big, big shot from Juan Fongo. And he cuts the lead to 1 point, 59-58. The pressure is on now for the San Miguel Beermen. I don't think they've felt this kind of closeness to Saigon in a long time.
They are knocking on the door. Will San Miguel respond to the challenge?
Here's Taulava inside against Palmer. Draws the foul again, hits the shot again, and gets an N1 again.
When in doubt, Aussie getting it done for his team when they need it most. Nice N1
Well, they've been giving it to Asi Taulava, and for the most part, they haven't really double-teamed until about 2 or 3 seconds into. And that's the 3-point shot by Trong Ngong. But the Asi Taulava, here it is. The help defense really comes very, very late, not in the beginning of the play. So Asi Taulava is allowed to kind of work his way into the paint. He's been very successful inside.
Completes the 3-point play, pushing the lead back up to 4. Critical juncture. These next few minutes are so critical for both teams.
Palmer tries against Williams. Palmer with a good fake by Palmer. I mean, he just left Williams in the dust with that fake. Williams, of course, will go for every single block shot.
The way these 3 guys are still moving, it's like Superman already. They really have a lot of energy, not getting tired.
Here's Taulava, now against Howard. Taulava much taller as Howard on the defense. Here's Taulava, instead takes the outside shot and hits it. Taulava, we talked about him having being the player of the month. I mean, this is the type of game that gets you players of the month awards.
just bogging it down. Whenever the defense reads him is what he's going to take. That time was a nice little push up to the strength.
Sai Reyes drives inside, hit from behind by Fortuna. And 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Still 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Here's Reyes, takes the jumper. His pass stolen away by Fortuna. 3-on-2 fast break. Fortuna with the ball. Passes it to Williams and he gets the foul in the basket. Another end-one opportunity for the San Miguel Beermen.
Nice trailing move there. On the rim. The foul as well, so going for
The fourth personal foul on Palmer. Here's Justin Williams and he just elevates, draws the foul. The arm was hit by Palmer.
Now you're seeing what rest and fresh legs can do. Look at the explosion. Here we are deep into the fourth period.
I don't think Williams has played 20 minutes. I mean, one advantage that these guys have, it is only 10-minute halves. So Justin Williams
playing 8 minutes so
yeah.
far. As good as like he's playing in the first quarter.
That's as good as you get.
Such a lucky
This is Palmer for three. Yeah, he's been like window cleaning. He's been moving bricks from that three-point area.
Windex, the way he's been cleaning the glass with his ball.
Howard did get the offensive rebound. And did get the basket. And he will have an end-one opportunity. A three-point play opportunity. There's that rebound. Talava bit on the fake, fouled him.
Those are the kind of fouls that once we get the playoffs, those are going to get even harder. I mean, Aussie hit him pretty hard, but come playoff time, it's going to be even harder. A lot of bruises, but no easy baskets.
So 66-63, the lead is 3. Avenido gives it to Williams. Williams goes all the way inside, bounces it to Talava for 2 more points. Aussie Talava really having a monster ball game. A drive inside, Palmer with a fake. Again, he left Justin Williams behind, but he missed the shot. It was a good fake.
That was a great fake. And sent Williams all the way to the glass, tapping it. But, again, a good recovery, good defense there by San Miguel.
Talava goes inside. This time he draws another foul. I mean, he can feel it. He's feeling it. Aussie Talava. He's doing what he needs to do. Aussie Talava 21 points and like 16 points. They'll inbound it. Justin Williams out to Fortuna. Avenido giving it to Talava once again. No double team coming against Howard. Talava gets some room inside. This time the help defense gets the block, and I think it was Sumalino. Here's Reyes. Ahead to Palmer. Palmer all the way inside. Tipped away. No foul called. Coach Rapido irate that no foul was called. There he is. He's got the ball in his hands, and he's wondering what the foul was.
You know, you got to give credit to RJ Rosado for very quick hands. I really don't think there was a foul there. He got his hands on the ball, on the streaking Palmer, and was able to foil the play.
Palmer didn't have a lot of complaints. It was really just going to Rapido. This is Reyes against Fortuna. Got a screen from Palmer if he wants it. Instead it goes right side, fakes inside, gets Gonzalez who blew the layup. And the ball is last touched by RJ Rizada.
Those are shots you got to make. Norman Gonzalez got to put that down if he wants to help his team win this ball game. They have a chance, but they got to make the layup.
Fresh 24-second shot clock. Reyes with the ball, gets past Fortuna. And sets it up once again to the corner. Sumalino takes a three-pointer, and that one's short.
Sumalino just hasn't been his game. He hasn't been able to contribute on the offensive end. It's been off, but still working harder defense.
Together leading the ball up by 5. Fortuna gets a screen, hesitation move. 7 on the shot clock. Williams for 3. Typically had a lot of good three-point shooting in this game.
When they make it, they make it. But when they miss it by a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Palmer's had some, major bricklayers. Air ball here and there. Palmer. Malino goes inside, draws the foul, but it was a pass off.
You gotta look at Coach Roper. Here you got a team that's 3-13, got a 12-game losing streak, but the way he's coaching, it's like they're playing for the championship right now, and they've got a 15-game winning streak.
Well, that's important because I think his players kind of feed off of that, and it's a little bit contagious. On the outside, now on the left side, Gonzalez gets a screen. Gonzalez picks up his dribble out to Reyes, 5-minute shot clock. Reyes gets a screen, out to Palmer. Palmer, another three-point attempt, finally gets one! Big three-point shot from David Palmer. The lead is down to 2.
Who would have thought that San Miguel would only be up by 2 points? There's only 3 minutes and 30 left in this game. Great ball, don't go anywhere.
Here's Avenida, double teamed. I think he traveled and gets the ball. He got the ball, and as soon as he got it, he saw that he was double teamed. They were waiting for him, and that's why I think he took the extra step.
They just got to play a lot more solid right now. San Miguel, maybe some of the hits that they were showing when they play against probably even blow out.
That pass by Gonzalez. Read like a book by San Miguel, and Reyes will be called for the foul there, but then really failing to stop the transition of the Beermen. So Leo Avenido, last year's MVP. San Miguel up by 2. Benito missing the first free throw.
What a difference a day makes. Last game, they were up by 50 plus points. This game, just a mere 2.
And it stays at 2. So Benito missing both free throws. Saigon down by 2. Reyes for the lead. That would have been a huge play. For Saigon. Here's Avenido on the fast break. Leo Avenido goes all the way inside. His layup is good. Extends the lead to 4. 5-point turnaround there as Reyes misses the three-pointer and a fast break opportunity converted by Leo Avenido. 5-point switch. Pretty good shot by Jai Reyes last time, but it wasn't able to put it down. Reyes almost lost the ball. Did lose it. But that one is on the sidelines as Fortuna unable to control it in time before it goes out of bounds.
Jai Reyes looking for the foul, but the predictability of this Saigon Heat offense, knowing that everybody's concentrating on Jai Reyes, David Palmer, and Justin Howard, is just wreaking havoc because they don't stop any of those 3.
I think there's a little bit of fatigue here as well. I mean, Jai Reyes, he's diving for balls here and there, but sometimes, that happens when, the full physical abilities really isn't there. And it's a little bit slower, and the opponents are able to just kind of tip the ball away here and there, and you're half a step behind and getting the loose ball. Howard against Olava, his turnaround jumper doesn't go, and Williams with a big rebound. That ball is loose. Williams again a miss, gets his offensive rebound, another miss, battle for the loose ball, and a foul is called here. And I think it'll be on San Miguel. So 4-point advantage for San Miguel. Reyes with the ball against Fortuna. They give it on the corner. Malino out to Reyes. Drives inside. Gets past Fortuna. Reyes to drive. Nothing there. Williams with a rebound.
Good solid defense. Forces Reyes to a tough shot. And you gotta remember, the guy's only 5'7". This guy is 6'8". 10.
Inside, Taulava against Howard. Taulava inside, doesn't go. Rebound, Howard. Here comes Reyes once again. They're down by 4. They've had a lot of opportunities. Reyes almost traveled there. Out to Palmer, gives it to Reyes once again. Reyes, a long jumper. Got short, so they've had every single opportunity and they just have not taken advantage.
Online did out, think it's in short. Actually a good shot, open shot by Reyes. Like you said, maybe those legs aren't quite as fresh as the first quarter.
Taulava now against Howard. Inside he goes, Taulava out there. Rebound Rizada. They've got time. They can melt the clock here. Less than a minute remaining. Here in the ball game. They're up by 4. Amenito against Reyes. Out to Fortuna. 10 on the shot clock. Taulava against Howard. Taulava inside he goes. Blocked away. Rebound Howard. He gets it out to Reyes. 34 seconds remaining. Out to Gonzalez for 3. Come on! He cuts the lead to 1. With less than 30 seconds remaining.
What a great addition. Having Gonzalez on his side. Great, awesome 3-point shot. He brings the ball game at 1 point.
Well, we'll be right back here. Don't go away. There's 29.9 seconds remaining. Here's that shot by Norman Gonzalez. It's a crucial, clutch 3-point shot. And, you know, they've been missing all these shots in the last few minutes to really take advantage. And then, of course, off the miss by Asi Taulava, they run it. And Gonzalez waiting for that 3-point attempt, cutting the lead to 1 point. San Miguel still does have the ball, but the shot clock is not off. So Saigon will still have possession after this.
Like you mentioned, not shooting particularly well, only about 20% from 3-point land, but a huge shot there coming from Gonzalez.
Here's Fortuna against Reyes. Shot clock. He's got a screen from Taulava if he wants. Tipped away. Williams fakes. And what's the call here? It's a foul on Sumalino. The first one. So welcome back here at the Inaris Sports Arena, where you mentioned the Saigon Heat in last place, San Miguel in first place, and got to a last shot to even win the ball game, down by 2 with a 3-pointer by Sumalino.
Anything could have happened on that one. I mean, there could have even possibly been a foul that could have led to 3 free throws and a pass by the Saigon Heat. Great effort by the Heat. I mean, you have to give your hats off to Coach Rubido and his boys. The big 3 for them, Jai Reyes, David Palmer, and Justin Howard, just did a yeoman's job. They didn't get any rest. They played all 40 minutes of this ball game, and really really towed the line for San Miguel, but the one who stood out for me was definitely Asi Taulava.
Well, you did mention Asi Taulava. I mean, good leaders step up when you need them, and Chris Banchero wasn't in the ball game because of an injury, and of course, who better to step up as the other veteran Philippines, and that's Asi Taulava, and he is now at courtside with Noel Bonus.
All right, guys, thanks. I'm here with Asi Taulava once again, player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And so, Asi, how do you manage to stand and deliver the kind of performance you did tonight, and as well as your past few games, you've been doing extremely well?
Tonight I was really motivated. I really wanted to dedicate this game to my newborn, my fourth child, Samantha Taulava. And, I want to dedicate this game to her and my wife for taking care of the family while Daddy's out to work.
There you go. We'll enjoy the rest of your night. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Noel and Asi Taulava. Certainly, they needed him today. I mean, the imports, like Brian Williams played well. Justin Williams was